Hello guys, it's been a long time. So today I'm going to be talking about the resonance or sequence chain for the Shorekeeper. So this is my Shorekeeper so far, and as you can see, she has pretty decent energy regen. She has her signature weapon maxed out, and I have the HP percent main stat on 4 costs, energy regen, spectral damage bonus to give her more damage, and most of my Echo substats have some crit damage or HP percent. I think that's really important. Obviously, I could change some of them out for some more energy regen, but yes, this is how it's looking right now. I think she's looking pretty decent. Now, the important part of her kit, I think, is her ulti, as we all know. And on her S1, Sequence 1, you can see that her Resonance Liberation end loop will be buffed by 150% of its range, and the duration is extended by 10 seconds. Casting the intro skill no longer ends the existing stellar realm. So this means that you could technically fit in 2 super intros if you have enough energy regen. Now, another issue that I've been facing is because when I am fighting the bosses, like let's say Chang-Li right now has the intro buff like completely filled up the bar, and my Yinling doesn't have any bars. So when she uses her ulti on a general like S0 basis, her ulti only lasts for a certain amount of time, right? And let's see where you can find it. Yep, duration is 30 seconds. So if you are unable to get 2 intros in between 30 seconds for the super intro, you would kind of have wasted the super intro damage, but you still get the buffs, right? You still get the healing, you still get the buffs to attack percent and all that, but it is better if you are able to then fill up the intro bars when she has her ulti up. The issue is 30 seconds isn't enough for a lot of teams if you don't have enough energy regen on your main DPS, like Jin Hsi for example, or Chang-Li. If you don't have enough main energy regen for your main DPS, it will be hard to fit in that super intro. By extending that intro for 10 more seconds on her S1, she'll have 40 seconds on her ulti, and it will be way easier to hit it. And if you have even more energy regen, you might be able to hit 2 super intros. Let me just show an example of how the team is right now. So my Yinling doesn't really have any intro bars right now. She's not the issue because she has enough energy regen. But for my Chang-Li, she would require a lot more energy regen for me to do the super intro without a maxed out intro bar. So as you can see, it's already pretty close. This is the intro, and obviously if I super intro back into Shorekeeper, she will then be able to do some damage. So now I don't have any more intro gauge, so I'll have to build it up for the next fight. Now, if you want to do like consecutive fights with Shorekeeper, for like for example in the new multiplayer event, it's the Fairy Tales fight finale. If you want to do it solo and you want multiple procs of Shorekeeper's ulti, it wouldn't really work that well with 30 seconds. You might not be able to hit that threshold for super intros, which is what the S1 really does. As you can see, I have a lot of these corals saved up. I was considering to maybe give the sequence waveband to a DPS, but looking at it right now, the Shorekeeper's waveband is probably going to be the best value for money in terms of these oscillator shock like afterglow corals, because you don't really want to swap for summons unless you're really like a gambling addict. I'm not sure, but you don't really want to swap for summons, in the sense that when you do swap for summons you only get 40, if I'm not wrong, like 360. or 45. Okay, you get 45 summons, which is basically half the pity bar, and you still have to go through a 50-50, whereas you could just get something that's worth 80, perhaps 160 summons with 360, and that's probably what I'm going to do. I've been saving up these wavebands for a long time, always waiting for a good DPS to really put it in. I've considered for Jin Hsi, for Changli, but honestly, I think Shorekeeper is going to be the best investment, especially because supports usually have a way longer lifespan, just purely due to the fact that they are supports. And there aren't going to be much power creeping supports where there are going to be a lot of power creeps on DPS. So that's kind of my take on whether it's worth to get the S1. If you do have enough of the corals, it is generally advised to maybe use it on something that's really high value like Shorekeeper. But of course, it's still a game that you should enjoy. If you like the DPS a lot and want to get more sequences on them, that's fine as well. So yeah, that's kind of it. The S2 is insane. However, this is only worth it if you summoned her second copy, not if you exchange 2 wave plays for her. Wave bands for her. This is kind of just my take on the whole thing. Yeah, that's kind of it. See ya.